Gun Storage Solutions has some pretty clever products that can really help you optimize the space in your safe. And these are just a handful of items that they offer, but these are the ones that I found to be the most helpful with my particular situation. I'll give you a peek inside my safe and show you what I did, but first off, let me show you what it looked like before, just so you can see why I started searching for a new solution. So this is the problem that I ran into with my safe. When I bought it years ago, the right side had several rows of shelves, which were really handy for storing other things like ammo and optics, hard drives and stuff. But over the years, as I accumulated more long guns, I had to pull those shelves out so I could fit these long guns in. Now the only shelf I have left is the one across the top, and since I filled up these 6 handgun slots on the door panel, I now have to use what little shelf space I have left to store the rest of my handguns and suppressors. Now I am able to fit all of my guns into my safe, but it is not an optimal setup, and I'm basically at capacity, so I'm likely going to have to get rid of one of these guns if I want to get a new one, and that's not a fun situation to be in. So I'm going to install some Gun Storage Solutions products in here and hopefully reclaim some of that unused space. All right, let's take a look at the transformation. The first thing you'll notice is that you can actually see now. The LED lighting kit does a great job of filling in all those dark corners. Speaking of that, here's a tip. I tried out some different spots for that motion sensor and found that if you stick it right here on the lower door hinge, it'll actually detect motion as soon as you start opening the door, and the lights usually kick on right away. So the biggest improvement overall is that I was able to get all of my long guns back over on the left side because of how efficient these rifle rods are at maximizing space. I was then able to put those shelves back in and fill them up with all kinds of stuff. I now have a bunch of ammo in here with plenty of room to spare. I also filled up all my mags and put them in these mag minders. These things are just a genius way to organize and store mags. As for the handgun hangers, I ended up using one of the over and under ones to hold my .22 pistol with a suppressor underneath. It works pretty well, but I heard that they also make a version of the regular hangers that's taller to accommodate carry optics, so I may end up switching to that in the future. Oh, and another thing, you see these orange tags on some of the rods? I got these and put them on because I figure I might accidentally forget one of the rods in a barrel when I go to the range. So I put these on the rifles that I use the most, just as an extra visual safety precaution. But they're also good for labeling guns too. You can kind of see in the back, there are 2 identical .22 rifles for my sons. So I labeled those with their names so I can easily tell them apart. And all said and done, I pretty much doubled the amount of usable space in here. Plus it just looks way better too. Overall, this product really transformed my safe. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come out with next.